For this trick, the spectator can take the deck of cards and they can give it a shuffle. After they're done shuffling the deck, they can take out any card they would like. Let's say this one. Now, I'm not going to look at this card, but you guys will. So here's your card. Go ahead and remember that. So now I would take the card and I would place it somewhere in the middle of the deck. Give it a few cuts and a shuffle. So now all I have to do is just snap my fingers, and I'm going to show you one card is face down. Now, if the spectator happens to see their card, they can let me know, but I don't know the card, so I'm not going to hear you guys if you do see your card here. But you can see all the cards here are face up and one is face down. For the first time ever, I would ask the spectator to name their card out loud. Let's say they name it out loud right now, and I would show them the 3 of clubs. That was the first trick. If you would like to learn how this is done, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so this video is going to be based around the invisible card. Now, there's a lot of tricks out there based around the invisible card, and then there's the invisible deck. Now, I don't have the invisible deck, so if I ever want to perform a invisible deck type trick, I perform one of these tricks. Now, there's probably a trick in here everyone can do, and 2 tricks in here involves a gimmick. Now, the first one I just did, I have a tutorial for it already, but the camera angle isn't the greatest, so that's why I thought I would remake this video. So the first thing you're going to need is right here, a double backer. Now, yes, you can take any 2 cards you would like and take some double stick tape and make a double backer like that. So if I show you, in here, I actually took some double stick tape. I made a little double backer like this, as you can see. But this isn't the greatest. So what I would do instead is purchase a deck that comes with double backers. Okay? Now, I had this one double backer lying around. I got as a gift a few years ago. I have a red one too, and then a red and blue one somewhere. So this is one card. So the only setup you're really going to need is the matching deck, and then your double backer on top. You're all set for the trick. Now let's say you want the spectator to shuffle the deck. Well, make sure you have that card palmed off, so the spectator can really shuffle these. And then when they're done, you can take back the deck in your hand and put the card on top, and then I riffle it. And that just hides the motion if you put the card on top. Now, if you want to, you can shuffle the deck, just keep the card on top. Okay? Now you're all set. The spectator's going to choose a card. The only thing is you don't want that top card, the double backer. So any way you can avoid that, go ahead. So let's say they choose the King of Spades. Now, you're not going to look at it. And if you want to, they can even sign it, which is better than the real invisible deck because they can't. What you're going to do with their selection now is control it to the top of the deck while this double backer gets lost somewhere in the middle of the deck. So all I did was a double undercut, which I have a video for. So you're going to take the card and you're going to lift up about half of the deck with your thumb. So you can do it like this, but I like my pinky on the bottom, just so the cards can't go flying forward like this. So your index is on top, your thumb's on the side, middle ring on this right side, pinky on the bottom. Use your thumb to push in and up. Now it doesn't matter how many cards you push up, but you're going to take this card and you're going to put it into the deck. And now you're going to push down and in at the same time, and you're going to have a break. So right here is their selection, the King of Spades. So now all you have to do is take your pinky, take about half, move that to the top, then take the rest and move that to the top. Now that controls the king of spades. Now if you don't want to do that, double undercut, you can do a few table cuts. So you're going to do the same thing as before, but instead when you push down and in for a thumb break, you're going to leave it in your hand and put your pinky in there. And then take as many cards as you want to the table. But you know when you reach your pinky, you don't want to cut this again because you don't want to lose their card. You're just going to put it on top. So now their card is on top. If you want to follow up with some shuffles and cuts, just keep their card on top. Now you explain, when you snap your fingers, only one card is going to be face down, and it's going to be their card. Or you can say only one card is going to be face down. Now while you do that, this is optional, but I like to catch a break above their card and one more. And there's a reason why. So you can use your thumb and you can riffle down. And then you can catch your pinky in there. Or if you know the pinky count, you can pull down 2 cards. But the reason for this is because you're going to spread and show all the cards. When you get to this face down card, remember it's the double backer. So you're going to out jog it. So I hold it like this. I grab my thumb. I place that on top with my other fingers. I move this other hand down and I clip on with my middle finger. And then I continue spreading. You can show all of the cards are face up except one. And they can also look for their card. And when you come to your pinky, you know that you need to stop spreading. If you spread one more, you will get their card. So you explain that when you snap your fingers, all the cards will be face up except one. You can snap. And then you can spread through. And you can show them all of the cards are face up except one. And then you're going to take out this card. Don't turn it over. Turn over the deck in your hand. And you're going to do a double lift. I have a few videos on the double lift on my channel. So make sure you check those out. But essentially, you're going to hold this card and say, wouldn't this be amazing this was your card? You can even flick it with your index finger. But with your deckhand, you're going to push over and pull back, and you're going to get a pinky break. I like to do the pinky count like that, but you don't have to. Once you have your break, you're going to place this on top. Make sure it's all squared up, and then you're going to do a double lift. Now, if you want, you can place it on top and then spread over 2 cards and come back and turn it over. Or you can riffle up. Either way you do it, you're going to want to do a double lift. Do any double lift you're comfortable with. And now you can spread off and show their card right here because the double backer is still on top. So that is the first trick. If you want to see the second trick, make sure to stick around for the performance. Alright, so this trick goes like this. We will give the deck a shuffle, and I would have the spectator truly cut the deck anywhere they would like. Let's say right here. Now this card they're going to look at and remember. I don't want to see it, so here's your card. Going to place it on top, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to lose it somewhere into the deck like this. Now, you could have selected any one of these cards, any one at all. So all you have to do is say yes or no. Is the Queen of Spades your card? I would assume the spectator would say no. And then I would ask, is the 5 of Diamonds your card? And I would assume the spectator would say no. So now I'll have the spectator give the deck 1 cut and complete the cut. And I'll say, okay. Your card wasn't on top, and it wasn't on the bottom. But if I snap my fingers, 1 card and 1 card only is the 2 of Diamonds. I hope that was your card. If you would like to learn how to do this, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so this is the last trick using a double backer. So this one is slightly different, but it does have that invisible card type theme. So what you're going to do, start with this card on top as before, but this time it's a little different. What you're going to have to do is control the card and the double backer on top. So essentially you want their selection on top, and then the double backer to follow that. So like at the beginning, if you want to shuffle the deck, go ahead. Keep the card on top. Double backer. If you want the spectator to, go ahead. Just keep your card palmed and then place it on top. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to have the cards on the table, and they can really cut anywhere they want. Let's say about here. Now they're not going to take off the top card because they cut here. They're not going to take off this one. But they're going to take this card, and there's a few reasons. Number one, this is your double backer, so you don't want them looking at that. And then number two, you want their selection controlled with the double backer on top of the deck. So they're going to take this card, and they're going to remember it. And you're going to pick up the half with the double backer, and they're going to look at it and remember it. If they want to, they can sign it. Now you're going to place the card on top. So now you're left in this position. Take the remaining cards, and essentially you're going to have to catch a break and control this to the top. So all I did was I dribbled. But when I dribbled the cards, I started a little not lined up to the deck. So this would be totally lined up. I started a little to the right, and I dribbled going up, okay? That's going to create a slope of cards. And essentially, with the slope, you're going to be able to lift up, put your thumb on the bottom, and lift up. And you will contact that card, part of the slope. I call it the slope. And your index finger is on the front, pushing. Not pushing down, but just remaining there. Because if you let it go and you push up, the cards might fall. You don't want that. So your index is here. Going to push up and in. And now you have a break. Like this, okay? So you know that they cut here. They remember the 8 of spades. You place on top of your double backer. And now you dribble these. And you catch a break. Now all I did here was a few table cuts. Now you can do anything you want. A pass or a double undercut. Anything you want. But you know when you get to your break, you're going to put it down. If you put this down and then another portion down, you're going to lose their card in the middle. That's no good. So now if you want to, you can follow up with some shuffles. Just keep the 2 cards on top. So if we go back here, I don't know what happened there. But you're going to keep the 2 cards on top. Now what you're going to do is you're going to spread over 3 cards, essentially. So I like to spread and show them all the cards are face down. So I spread 1, 2, 3. Remember, selection, double backer, different card. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Keep my index on it, and I continue spreading, showing all of these are different. Now, I'm going to square these back up. And my index finger's in there, so that creates a big enough break to put my pinky in there. And now you have a break. So you're going to come over and hold the deck like this. So your middle ring pinky on top, thumb on the back, and your index is going to be right over the top because you want to hide this break right here. You don't want them to see it. So your index finger's over there. You're going to turn over the deck real quick. Make sure they're not on this side to see the break. But you're going to ask them, is the 4 of clubs their selection? They're going to say no. You're going to come back down, and you know you have that break. So you're going to come back down while holding that break and put your pinky in there. And you're going to turn over these 3 cards. Do any double lift. But this is what I did. I put my middle ring pinky on top. But notice how my middle finger right here is on the top left corner. My ring is in the middle, and my pinky's on the right corner. My thumb's on the bottom, and my index finger is just going to turn the card in, And notice how my two fingers, ring and pinky, go away, and this card comes all around. I have a tutorial for this double lift, so make sure you check that out too. So like this, and you're going to keep your pinky in there and turn it around. This isn't their card. So now you can drop the break, just be very careful because you don't want to spread too many cards and expose their selection. So you're going to say, okay, this isn't your card. Turn it over face down, and now you're set up. So the spectator can cut the deck, and now the trick is all done. You can snap your fingers, go over the whole trick, and show. Only one card is face up, and that is the 8 of spades. Keep in mind, though, to the right, my right, might be your left, is that double backer. So if you want to, you can take this top half and then move it to the bottom, and then you're good. So now, that was the 2 tricks involving the double backer. Let's move into the other 2 tricks. So for this trick, we can take the deck and we can give it a shuffle. Now the spectator is going to name any card out loud they would like. So let's say they name the 5 of hearts. Can really be any card they would like. So I would say, okay, 5 of hearts. Any reason you name 5 of hearts? No? Okay. Now, right here, you can't see it, but the 5 of hearts is right here. So I'm going to give you the 5 of hearts to hold on to. One thing, though, the 5 of hearts is invisible. Okay, so make sure that you don't drop that 5 of hearts. So now the spectator is going to name a number out loud between, let's say, 10 and 30. We don't want it too high and too low. Let's say 17. So now I would say, okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 5 of hearts. No. Queen of spades. But I'm actually going to ask you to, can you give me back the 5 of hearts right here? Put the 5 of hearts on the queen, and we'll put these on top. Now, you put the 5 of hearts back on the queen. If I snap my fingers, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Remember, deck was shuffled. You named any card. I handed you the 5 of hearts invisibly, and now you said 17, and one card appeared here. You said 5 of hearts. 5 of hearts right here. That is the trick. If you want to learn how to do this, stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so there's a lot of videos on this invisible card, so I'm going to show you how I do this. So you're going to need 52 cards, because the spectator can really name any card. Or if you want, they can pick a card. I like them naming one, but it doesn't matter. So you're going to have them name a card. Let's say the 2 of diamonds. So, after they're done shuffling the deck, you're going to ask them, name a card. They say 2 of diamonds. The cards would be up like this, but I'm going to show you the exposed view. You're going to spread until you see the 2 of diamonds. While spreading, you're going to be explaining that you could have said any card, you shuffled the deck, you saw they were all different. You're going to find the 2 of diamonds. Now, notice the card next to the 2 of diamonds, the 2 of spades. It's to my left, it might be to your right. But what you're going to do is take this card above the 2 of diamonds, you're going to move this to the bottom, and the 2 of diamonds will come to the top. So they said 2 of diamonds. So you spread, and right here you see the 2 of spades above the 2 of diamonds, or whatever card they said. So when you split this, remember it'll be like this though. Move the 2 of spades on top of one packet to the bottom of the deck, or to the top of the deck. Essentially, again, this card to the bottom of the deck face up. Or if this was face down, it would be on top. So it's going to look like this. You could have named any card you wanted, but you said 2 of diamonds. And just like that, I got the 2 of spades to the bottom, 2 of diamonds to the top. Now, you're going to have them name any number. But here's what you want to do. You want to catch a break underneath 3 cards, just like that. So I did the pinky count. Not the best thing to do, because I had trouble with it. But what you can do is this. You can spread off, just like the previous trick I taught. You can catch a break underneath the 3 cards that way. So you're going to spread over 1, 2, 3. But there's the one little thing I do. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show all the cards are face down. You're going to square up and catch a break. Most people just keep a break under the 3 cards. Then they go on with the trick. One thing I do is I actually come back with my thumb and I riffled 2 cards and I put the top card right here. So on top of my ring finger. And that's because you're going to be dealing the 1 card normally and then the 2 cards, okay? So essentially a double deal. You're adding 1 card. So the number, let's say 15. You're going to deal the top card singly, which is their selection. So if you want to, you can really come over and deal it. Or what I do is I just come over like this, just like the double lift. My finger's here and I deal it. And then I grab these 2, okay? These 2 don't matter. And then I deal that. And I continue dealing like this. So I push over, grab, and drop until they said 15. So we know 1. This would be 2 because they're a double. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whatever number they said, we said 15. Gonna turn over right on 15 and show the Ace of Hearts. That's not it. So don't go 15 and then turn over the 16th card. That's not gonna work. Gonna take the 15th and turn that over and say, okay, that's not your card. How about you take your 2 of diamonds and put it back in here. So they take the 2 of diamonds and you put it back because at the beginning, remember, you handed them the 2 of diamonds. So now you're going to pick up these cards and you're going to have them place it on top like this. And now the trick is all set. So they said 15, so you can say, okay. If I snap my fingers, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 card and 1 card only is the 2 of diamonds. That was that trick. Let's see my favorite version of the invisible card right now. Here is the performance. So the spectator can shuffle up the deck, and we're going to do something a little different this time. The spectator's going to take a card, but they're going to leave it face down. So I can't see it, and the spectator can't see it. So just like that. Now if we look, you could have had the Queen of Spades, or you could have had the 9 of Diamonds. You could have had any one of these cards, as you can see right here. But you had one, and that card is the 10 of Diamonds. We're going to place your 10 on top, and we will cut it in. Now I'm going to take your card out, turn it around, and give it to you. So now your card isn't in here anymore. So now I'm going to show you if we deal. If you see your 10 of diamonds, let me know. But I'm not seeing it so far. I don't think you will either. 10 of diamonds not here. What about from the bottom? Not there. Okay. How about we take some cards from the top and we deal these. No. We'll take some more cards and we'll deal these. No 10 of diamonds. How about from the bottom one last time? If you see your 10 of diamonds, let me know. 10 of hearts. That was close. Too close. I don't see 10 of diamonds, but I saw the 10 of hearts. So what we're going to do is simple. We're going to take your card. I'm going to turn it back around and put it back into the deck. So, you see the 10 of diamonds isn't here, and it's not right here either. So if I give the deck one cut and a snap of my fingers, there's one card, and that is the 10 of diamonds. Let's get into the last trick for the invisible card here. This one is probably my favorite trick as of right now for the invisible card. It's definitely one I would perform a lot. It's so easy. There's only really one move you have to do. Here's how you're going to do it. So the spectator's going to shuffle the deck, and you're going to have them choose a card. Now if you want to, they can look at it, but I don't do that. I have them take a card and leave it face down. And what you're going to do is something called the Browy reversal. So if you know the double undercut, this is essentially like the double undercut. But instead of taking the bottom cards to the top, you're going to turn them face up. So the first thing you have to do is catch a break. So if you want to, you can do your pinky count, which I have a very, very old video on. But I like to riffle up like this. And you're going to come over and you're going to hold it like this. And because that break will be big enough, when you come over and you put your thumb down and your 3 fingers here, that break's going to be held. So you're going to take about half of these, turn them on top, keeping that break. Okay, so right here is the break. And I explain to them, you could have selected the 7 of diamonds. Come to the bottom, turn that over and explain. Could have selected the 4 of spades, okay? So let me go over that one more time. So you're going to catch a break any way you know how. Going to come over and keep that break. Take half, put it on top. You could have selected the 4 of spades, or you could have selected the 8 of clubs. And now all the cards are face up except one. Now you're going to take their card and you're going to turn it over and show them that they selected the 3 of clubs. I put it on top, then I spread some cards, and here's why. So you know their selection's the 3 of clubs, so you're going to spread one card and then one more, the 5 of spades. So the second card from the top minus their selection, so if we get rid of the 3, if you spread like this, you see the 5 of spades is second from the top. Remember the 5 of spades. I'll show you why. So you put the 3 on top and you spread and show that they could have selected any card. You look at the 5, second from the top or third from the top if you have their selection on top. They could have selected any card. Remember 5 of spades. You're going to cut the cards. Really doesn't matter how you cut them, because you're going to remember 5 of spades. Going to turn these face down and explain. As I go through these, if you see your card, let me know. Thing is, they're not going to see their card, so make sure you have duplicates out of the deck. I forgot to mention that. And you're going to go to the 5 of spades. So you're going to be dealing. Explaining to them they could have selected any card like this. Gonna keep on going until you see the 5 of spades. When you see the 5 of spades, you're gonna go one more card, and here's why. Because if you see your 5 and you deal, well, you have 3 cards on top, okay? their selection will be second from the top. So if you take the 5 and you deal that, and then you deal one more card, their selection's now on top. You essentially want their card to be on top. Now I'm going to turn these over, and you're going to deal a few cards from the bottom. Depending on how many cards I dealt down the first time, I don't deal that many off from the bottom. So because I know this is a pretty big chunk, I might deal 3 or 4. So I go like this. So 5. I usually do 3 to 5 anyway. Now you're going to turn these over, and you don't want to spread over this card and flash. So what you're going to do when you turn it over, you're going to take a little packet of cards and put these on top. And now you're going to deal these. Explain, they could have selected any one of these. When you get to the face down card, grab another packet and turn this over and deal. You could have selected any one of these. Now you're going to turn these over, take the cards from the bottom and say, okay, let's do this differently. And you're going to deal these. And explain that they could have selected any one of these too. And they don't see their selection in here. So once you're done dealing these, you're going to turn this packet over and place it on top. So we know that we dealt these cards like this, okay? So their selection can be right here. This is the cover card. Going to turn it over, face up, and put that on top. Now keep in mind the packet. So I know the packet is going to be around this size, around, I don't know, 10 to 15 maybe. So their card is maybe the 8th or 9th. So what you want to do, if you want to, you can spread a few cards from the top. I usually spread around 6. And then you're going to do a big block push. So you spread these, use your thumb, and I contact right near the bottom here. I push all of these over. Then you can spread these freely, okay? So you spread these, push that over, and spread these. Because you know their card is right here. So now all you have to do is have the spectator, before they give it a cut, you take back their card, you place it in the deck the other way, and they give it a cut. You go over the whole trick, you snap your fingers. All the cards are face down except one, and it is their 3 of clubs. So, those were the 4 tricks. Let me know which one you like best. Let me know which one you don't like best. Let me know what else you want to see on the channel. That's it. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Bye.